Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to use a drill press in this video for cutting metal, so a piece like this of brass. And we're going to start with some of the basics. On this piece, I'm planning on cutting out these two white windows right there, the bigger one and the smaller one. And so I need to create some holes so that I can get my saw into it. So the first thing that I have to do before actually using the drill press, this piece of equipment, I have to prep my metal for it. So I'm going to show you that right over here. On the edge of the counter, we usually have it a little further down, but this is a steel block. You'll notice that there are a lot of punch marks in it already, and that's because we've been using the same piece to punch for a long time. Before you can actually use a drill and start to cut through your metal, you have to make a little groove, a little divot, so that the drill bit can sit in it. Otherwise, the drill bit will come down, and when it touches the metal, since it's so smooth, it will kind of go like this and it will break. So I'm going to set my piece of metal on top of the steel block, and then I need another tool, which we have off to the side here. This is called a center punch. If you notice, the end of it comes to a point, and that's what we're going to use to make a little divot. I also have a mallet here. So a mallet has something that is not metal on the end of it. In this case, it's a rubber material. You cannot use metal against metal. You never want to do that. All right, so, and what I mean by that is steel against steel. So if this was a steel hammer, hitting that, it would damage the hammer. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put my center punch where I'd like to create a hole, and I'm going to hold up my mallet and just hit it a few times. Now the hole created by a drill bit is a circle, so since I'm trying to create something with a corner there, I didn't put the hole right into the corner. Instead, I went in a little bit so that I can get a sharp point after. You really want to make sure that you get a nice deep groove. So I'm just going to go over it one more time, and now I'm ready to start using the drill press. A couple safety things when you use the drill press. It's really important that you wear safety goggles and that your hair is back. You don't want to have long hair in the way while you are doing this part. Okay, a couple things. It's really difficult to see, but right up front right here, there is a part that turns, and if you notice, as I'm turning it, we have the drill going down, okay? It's an important part. We also have a button, which is up top right here. So if I turn it up, it turns on the drill. And then everything else should be right in this area. I've got a piece of wood up top here. That keeps it so that I don't cut into the steel below. And then I also know when I've cut through because I'll see some sawdust come up through. I have right here my drill bit, so this is the part that can come out and I can shift and pick a different one. I also have the chuck. The chuck is the part with these teeth that can be tightened and loosened, and I'll show you how to do that quick. Okay, so in order to do that, I need to use this tool. This is called a chuck key, and what I do is I put it in to one of these circular areas. And so when I do that and turn it, it takes the drill bit out. I'm going to tighten it back up so you can make it bigger for bigger drill bits or smaller for smaller ones. All right, and anytime you do that, you do want to check to make sure it's straight up and down, and the way you do that is by turning it on and looking. Looks pretty straight to me. The other piece that you want to do is you want to grab some wax the first time you use your drill bit, and you just want to charge it with a little bit of wax. That helps to keep it lubricated and keeps the drill bit lasting a lot longer. All right, so I'm going to get my metal ready. Your metal, if it's a really small piece, can get very hot, so you have to be careful of that because you don't want to burn yourself. I'm going to hold it on this piece of wood, and I'm holding it with 2 fingers. I never want to hold it just slightly because it can go flying with that drill bit. So I'm going to hold it very well and try and keep my fingers away from the hole that I'm going to be drilling. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be bringing this down. I'll turn it on in just a sec, and I'm going to move my piece of metal to get it exactly where I want. Alright, so now it's on. I'm watching what I'm doing, holding it tightly, and now I'm very, very close So now I can go and reposition one more time because you want to make sure that drill bit is right over the top of the indentation. So now I'm slowly pressing down. It's not just a really quick hole. You've got to take your time.